Hi, welcome. It's April, the founder of April Chantrese Life Coaching Experience. And I do want to thank you for taking the time to stop by and checking me out. Uh, First and foremost, I'm not for sure if you followed along to any of the information on Facebook regarding but the content for this past weekend has been about what we consume in our systems. What is biblically correct for us to digest on a regular basis? I know if any of you seen the lifestyles video, there's a lot of great information, a lot of wonderful different lifestyles that a lot of women participate in. You have the keto, the lazy keto. You also have the plant-based diet, which is something that if you follow along to Dr. Sabi, he talks a lot about the plant-based diets and herbs are that was created here on earth that we should be able to eat on a regular basis. You also have your active diet that includes you getting out, working out, exercising, trying to eat more healthy. These are great tools that we are able to use on a regular basis to help ourselves become a lot more, excuse me, healthy. And honestly, goes down to a whole other level. If you follow along with the Bible and you know that we have the Old Testament and the New Testament. So the Old Testament is what they consider the old laws that God has presented and God has provided for us to follow along in our lives and to practice on a regular basis. And then we also have the New Testament, which is the new laws, what God has presented and God has provided for us. Yes, at one time there were several types of food that the Lord did say that we should not eat, we should not digest, we should not even have in our systems because God considered it unclean. That was in the Old Testament. God had presented a lot of different foods back then that we were supposed to eat. It was a lot of herbs, a lot of vegetables, a lot of things that were supposed to be planted and cropped for our health, which is a lot of the reasons why a lot of the people back then lived so long. You got to think about it. You had people living 700, 800 years just in their lives on a regular basis compared to what people are living now. Fast forward to the New Testament, Peter had a dream because he was hungry. He was out working, discipling, doing what he was supposed to do, and he had fell asleep. And there were, he had a dream of swine. If you are unsure what swine is pork, pigs, and at the time, Paul was under the impression that that was unclean. And so in the dream, he heard a voice tell him, Peter, get up and eat. And Peter honestly thought that he said, no, God, I don't eat that. That's unclean. That's not, no, no, no. You wanted me to eat fish, lamb, bread, um, herbs, and different things. That's not for me. No, God, no, God. And so the voice came to him again, Peter, get up and eat. Again, no, God, no, God. That no, I'm not. I'm okay. I could wait. So again, he's keep having the same vision, the same dream, and the voice says, Peter, get up and eat. And Peter says, no, God, no, God, I'm good. I'm good. So the voice says that what God has made clean is clean. So what we consider unclean a lot of times isn't what God considered unclean. But the one thing that God does consider is for us to do things in moderation. Sorry about that. But yes, so what God has said was that what God has created clean is clean. God created the food, the crops, everything for us to be able to enjoy and to eat. God did this because he needs us to continue to remain healthy. But the one thing that God does tell us to do everything and anything, do it for the glory of Him, but we have to do it in moderation. Where a lot of us get stuck at is that we tend to get lost in the whole. He wants us to do it all in moderation. And what that means is that He wants us to be able to enjoy it, but not take advantage of it. And where a lot of us get stuck at is when we think about the seven sins, we begin to do things excessively. And if you hear this, I want you to stay tuned because there is a master course coming up all about mindsets. Attitude is everything. And in that master course, we are talking about changing our mindset. So therefore, we're able to do things moderately and not so much on taking advantage of things when we feel that we have the opportunity to just go above and just beyond. Going above and beyond is great. Don't get me wrong. You can do that. You can go above and beyond if it's something to benefit you. But when it comes to your health and your life and, just managing different things, we're doing it moderately, and I'm using moderately a lot, but doing it to where it's at the place to where you're able to still function and just have a wonderful life is great. A lot of times when we are trying to do a lot of things that we know we shouldn't do and we're doing it excessively, it tends to harm us. But I do want you to pause this video. And I give thanks to the website is called Unclean Food Dietary Laws. And I found several animals, foods that are clean and several that are unclean. So pause the video and you could just glance at it. You don't need it. You don't need to write these down, but they are here for you. So just go ahead and pause the video and we will be back. So you could go ahead and we'll come back and we'll talk about it. Now, honestly, some of these animals I had a hard time with that some people do digest and some people do eat. And it's difficult for me to even understand how a lot of people can eat those things. Myself, let me tell you, I love my vegetables. I try to eat as much fruits and vegetables as possible. My boyfriend gets a little sick of it because my favorite food right now is fried cauliflower and fried broccoli with a little side of ranch. But you have a lot of people that eat that do find whale, squid. Uh, I apologize if I made a face. Rabbit, hare, um, giraffes, just a lot of foods that me myself I look at those animals and I think of them as God creatures, God's blessing. I think they are wonderful. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like my chicken. I would eat my chicken, and fried cauliflower is an alternative to anyone who likes wings. That is a great alternative. If you are unable, if you don't have the wings, get you some cauliflower. If you're trying to do away from meat or get you some substitutes, cauliflower is a great substitute for wings. But I like my wings. I do like my steaks. I do eat a little beef and a little pork, but I enjoy my fruits and my vegetables. And me personally, I am trying to get back into that habit because the more fruits and vegetables that you have, the more healthier that you will be. You do have a lot of people that, honestly, believe it or not, there are some places in the world that eat, and I'm sorry for this because it bothers me to the core, but they eat dogs, they eat cats, cheetahs, um wolves, coyotes. Those are things that in my mind, for myself, I consider them, like I said earlier, God's creatures, God's creation, but they are supposed to be out in the wild. They are not supposed to be digested for ourselves. Now, there are some animals that we are not supposed to be able to eat, period. And it's even some fish that we're not supposed to eat because of how they are created. God created them poisonous for a reason. So that's why the Lord has installed his biblical rules, his biblical laws for our well being. Anything that's created in the Bible is for our well being, it's for us to live better and live healthier. So I do want to thank you for participating in this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me on Facebook. Leave me, if you find this on YouTube, leave me a comment. I will be glad. I would love to check it out to see what you have to say and correspond with you on YouTube also. If you have any questions about anything, other than if you don't want to contact me on YouTube or Facebook and you just want to message me privately, you can email me at aprilshantrace@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Also, hit the notification bell if you find us on YouTube. Find us on YouTube or Facebook. Please like and share. And I look forward to the next video. Believe me, they are going to be more consistent again. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and enjoy the summer. Before I start my work day, I'm fixing me a cup of tea. All right. Bye.